The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. The glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with AC Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Foxy, as we are here for the second stream of Day 5 of Division 1 in Season 4. And, of course, we've got two very exciting games coming up for all of our viewers at home right now. It is Vector Sports versus Virtual 5 Esports, while we are going to have Kira Esports taking on Deimos Force at the end of the night. This should be a very, very interesting day indeed, as, of course, Vector Sports and Virtual 5. If we take a quick look at the standings at the end of the second week of play, Virtual 5 are on the 4th position, for that matter, in the top 4 with 2 wins and 2 losses, just behind eSamurai Esports. Now, of course, eSamurai, they had their game in the afternoon, but unfortunately they had to call a forfeit. So positions, of course, will be updated as accordingly, and we'll come back with that information tomorrow. But right now, as it stands before the update happens, V5 on the 4th position, 2 wins, 2 losses on the board for them. Vector Sports, on the other hand, not a good season at all. They are dead last in the division, only 1 win. on board for themselves. They have to make a change to that if they want to stay in Division 1 in Season 5. Otherwise, if they're anywhere within the bottom three, in the 6th, 7th, or 8th position at the end of the season, they will be relegated down to Division 2. That wouldn't exactly be a great thing because Division 2 is a very, very tough division, to go through, seeing as it is pretty much the bloodbath division of the entire league. With that being said, we're of course in the pre-match lobby just waiting for both of the teams to be ready, as one player for Virtual 5 remains to be to come back, for that matter, to be in the lobby, to join us in the lobby. With that being said, map is going to be New Oregon. Baba Gusa, how do you feel about the fact that we're going to see New Oregon?
Well, Jack, it's quite interesting because this is the first time we're going to be seeing Vector Sports and Virtual 5 Esports going up against each other on a map of Oregon. And I believe Vector Sports, even though, just like you said, in the division standings, they do need to get a win just to get in the division series in Division 1. If they don't, they will be relegated back to Division 2. And that would be a little sad for me because, I am a huge fan of Vector Sports, especially with the, you know, a partnership that they had, I would say Cyan and Beaver with that roaming mechanics. It would seem a little bit sad for them to go out, but I'm not going to think that Vector Sport is going to just lose that match that easily, because sometimes Vector Sports, they do know how to make plays happen. I mean, we've seen them a lot of m- comebacks being happening, and it's quite a possible win for Vector Sports to come back up from Division 1.
Well, whether or not they're going to get relegated, of course, remains to be seen. While Virtual 5 are, I wouldn't say they're sitting pretty. They're pretty much secured for Division 1 if they manage to keep their position, that is, because, of course, being in the top 4 of Division 1 is as high as you can get. And at this point, I'm pretty sure we are fairly ready to say that nobody's about to beat Union Gaming, seeing as earlier today we had the game between Union Gaming and Deimos Force on stream, and Deimos Force got beaten to the ground. I mean, I know that's a little brutal, but that's pretty much what happened. Union Gaming completely destroyed them on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky, and that was a 7-1 victory for UG. And if Deimos Force couldn't beat UG, there's not really much chance of anyone else doing the same. That is beating the side of Union Gaming, which means the first spot is pretty much guaranteed to that team, but every other spot is open for the taking. And Virtual 5 will be looking to make just a little bit of a climb higher to get into better positions for themselves. But it's more Vector Sports' fight that we will be focusing on, seeing as they face the wrath of not elimination, of relegation to the lower division. Having been in Division 1 for the amount of time that they have, it wouldn't exactly be the best look for them going back to Div 2 at the in Season 5. And of course, we all know it's with a little bit of a heavy heart that I do say that Season 5 is going to be the ending season for us here at the TEC League. It's always sad to see to say that, but good things always come to an end. With that being said, we are going to have Unknown Gamer from Virtual 5 joining to the lobby, and now it's just a matter of time until we get the ready signal. There we go. Kuskit has confirmed the ready, while from the side of Vector Sports, we're going to be waiting because Vector Sports has just confirmed that they need just a couple of minutes. Well, with that being said, as it stands right now, again, as I said, it is Vector Sports' the focus is on them. All eyes are on them because, again, you don't want to get relegated having been in Division 1 for the amount of time that Vector Sports has had been. And while in Division 2, VS has always had a pretty good time. I remember way back in, I believe it was Season 2, they played against Never Diamonds in Division 2. And that one game, is still etched in a lot of people's memories, primarily down to the fact that it was a complete throw from Never Diamonds from a 5-2 advantage to an overtime victory for Vector Sports. So Vector Sports definitely have what it takes to not just be in Div 1, but to secure themselves in Division 1. Whether or not they'll be able to do remains to be seen, as they have only today and tomorrow to get that security in for themselves. Baba, question for you. Do you think, given what we've seen from Vector Sports this season, do you think they'll be able to keep themselves in Division 1?
Well, Jack, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely they can with the Vector Sports. Even though that they've lost quite a lot of matches from Division One, there is a higher possibility of Vector Sports coming back up.
Well, that is certainly a good possibility for them to do that. Of course, they're going to have to outshine Kira Esports level 0 and whoever's in the fifth position because they will need to take the fifth position to stay in Division 1 itself. And of course, Deimos Force currently sits in fifth as of the league tables at the end of week 2. So those three teams are going to be on the chopping block for Vector Sports. But again, all teams in Division 1, pretty much all the teams we have here, are very, very, very tough fights. And Vector Sports will have to be very careful, very wary of how they go about playing in these last remaining matches for Division 1. Season 4 is about to come to an end tomorrow, of course, and we will be having a fantastic finish. I hope to see that anyway. And right now, as it stands, we are looking at a ready signal from Ritz and Nostalgia from both the teams. It looks like we are in fact ready, so we'll be getting into the match in just a minute. There we go. The game is live. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen right now is New Oregon. Vector Sports on the attack are going to be taking on Virtual 5 Esports on the defense. And of course, New Oregon is, as has been previously stated and accepted by the community, a defender-sided map. But then again, as the Caster's Curse says, as soon as we say defender-sided map, who knows, attackers could start taking rounds back to back. With that being said, the ban phase is going to begin, and Virtual 5 with their first ban are going to be taking the Thatcher of the board. Once again, very standard, smart, but very standard. Thatcher, of course, a pain to go up against for the defenders, seeing as a lot of defender utility in the current meta of Rainbow Six can actually be countered by Thatcher, and in most cases through walls, seeing as his EMP splash effect can actually go through hard walls. Nomad, in the meanwhile, is going to be the other attacker ban for the side of Vector Sports. They don't want to play the Nomad. They don't want to play against the Nomad. And, of course, again, very standard map control is Nomad's game, as Womai will be facing the ban on the defender side. There you go. A very interesting one right there, as Womai, of course, has seen a slight increase in his bans. He was banned earlier today in the Cafe Dostoevsky match, and he's going to be banned right here as the Echo will be the final ban of the map. Of course, Womai he's pretty important when it comes to holding down the side of basement for this map that is New Oregon, especially holding down the blue bunker area. Pretty much what you need to do, you have a smoke with a smoke, or really a Goyo if your persuasion veers that way. A Goyo sitting towards the blue bunker hallway, going towards the solid reinforced wall, behind a shield, a couple of ADSs and Womai magnets, while a Womai behind another shield sitting on the big tower door, the boiler room door, that holds down the blue bunker door. That hold is actually very hard to go up against, and I'm pretty sure that is exactly why we're going to be looking at a Womai ban, at least for this map, along with, of course, other areas that the Womai is currently very, very strong in. A very versatile gadget, a very good gadget that complements Jaegers very well, for that matter. As we're moving into round 1, the side of choice right now is second floor dorms, not going to be going into the basement side just yet, because of course that first little band trick right there with the Womai off the board is going to make holding down blue bunker just that little bit harder, and blue bunker being such an important entry point and a choke point for the side of the defenders is going to be a very big point of contention for the side of Virtual 5 right now whenever they do go down to the basement laundry and supply room site. The castle is going to be in play along with the Ella from the side of V5 as well. We're going to be seeing those castle barricades. We're going to see a lot of lines of sight being established. You can see Mike busting open the attic wall right there towards the trophy room door, as we've got the Zofia, we've got the Kali from Ritz, we've got a Maverick, a Jackal, and of course the Thermite. With that being said, I actually just remembered we didn't actually take a quick look at the rosters in play for us today, so let's do that right now while we're still in the early stages of the attacking phase. And that is, of course, from the side of Vector Sports, we've got Saiyan, Ritz, Skipper, El Noob, and Beaver, while from the side of Virtual 5 Esports, we've got Nani, Nostalgia, Mike, Kuskit, and Unknown Gamer. Speaking of the Maverick skipper, he's already made his way towards the tower wall, the big tower wall into attic, and is going to be doing the Maverick half wall trick nice and quickly. Or at the very least, looking to get rid of some utilities with the use of his grenades, or even the Zofia's impacts. Of course, I believe that is the Zofia with him saying in that particular area, so that does indicate the half-wall trick being used right there. Blanked out for a quick second there. Okay, there we go. The entire wall, in fact, has been turned into a soft wall. Well done, Skipper. And he's got over a canister and a half of fuel to go on that blowtorch of his, so he can actually go use that somewhere else should he need to. That is very well done, in fact, from Vector Sports. Nice and efficient from Skipper, as the tower wall has been blown wide open, and the Zofia will be making full use of that. El Noob, in the meanwhile, the PDW on the Jackal on the first floor. The man's going to be hunting as shots are being fired towards the bedroom wall, the closet wall, that is. But this is actually open. I just realized this wall has been opened with a rotate in there. That should be very interesting from the side of V5. They don't want to have somebody holding this wall down, as the drone will be taken out by Unknown Gamer with the Super Shorty holding right next to the reinforcement, smartly enough, as the Super Shorty, of course. Ooh, in the meanwhile, Mike's going to go down. That grenade came out of nowhere, I think. Although I'm not entirely sure where that... Oh, did that come from below? Or was that Skipper? That was, I think, Skipper with that area that's been cleared out for the C4 throw, as Mike will, of course, be revived up to 20 HP, but Nanny's taking a bit of damage as well. That's unfortunate. Shots are going to be fired. The Kali's going to take a lot of bullets, but Ritz is still going to be peeking this. He's got the rifle in hand. Smoke canisters are coming out. He could go for a peek right now under the cover of the smoke, while Saiyans looking to come up the white stairs. The man's got to be very careful right now. Skipper with the grenade is going to find Mike finally. That is the smoke down. And oh, a connect from Ritz onto Nanny is going to drop the Jaeger. But the Maverick's going to go down as Kid and Nostalgia are going to find Skipper and Saiyan. And there goes Beaver onto Unknown Gamer. Unknown Gamer with another. That is Ritz off the board, as it's all down to El Noob in a 1v3. Will he be able to do this? He's stuck inside of attic. He's seen the castle. Lights him up a little bit. He's going to go for it. But no, there's the Maestro with the Alda. Stop pre-firing for just a second to give the illusion that maybe he's out of ammo. But of course, he's not. That LMG's got a massive magazine, and that is why Nostalgia will be walking away with that kill and the round for the side of Virtual 5 Esports. The body's crumbling. Looked like it might go to the side of Vector, but it didn't. And well done to V5 to hold on despite the oncoming push. Round 1 goes to them.
Well, round 1 currently in favor of Virtual 5 Esports, and man, what a play, especially Unknown Gamer with the Castle UMP SMG, not only taking out the diffuser at hand from the attackers, but also getting 2 kills when he was holding at the site of, I believe, from the master bedroom, in which they already made a rotation in the games room. All Castle had to do was to just gain control of the bathroom, and just like that, he eventually gets those 2 kills. A really good attempt from Skipper, as he used both of his frag grenades, one to eventually down the smoke, and then in the second he eventually gets the confirmation of the kill when he took out Mike, who was playing as the smoke with, even with the two of these toxic babe canisters was in use. The last one couldn't be able to use because of the frag grenades being used. But enough about that. Let's just head on to round 2 with we're going to be seeing Virtual 5 Esports defending on Basement Laundry. Second for Kids Dome, since they have successfully defended that specific site, they'll be able to they have to defend on a site of Basement Laundry here. And since Wammai has been banned, they would still prefer to not reinforce on the side of, I believe, the supply room. And we're going to be seeing Kaid with the revolver, and he's going to be using the electroclaws to electrify those hatches, so it would be difficult for the attackers to open up the hatches, which is currently being situated from the meeting hall. I mean, you definitely don't have to worry about that much, because even though the Thatcher is banned, you still have Kali. She can be able to use her ability to take out those electroclaws, even if it's on the hatches or at the walls. And I believe Kaid is going to contest the Mira wall right from the bunker entrance. Zofia already inside the big tower, as well as Hibana. Is just both of them are trying to just gain control of that specific position, because meeting room is definitely one of those sites where the line of sight is quite important from that specific position. Sledge trying to contest with the Jaeger, but Jaeger have already made another line of sight through the laundry room, which can be able to see all the way from the white stairs. Sorry, I would say the big tower stairs, but ooh, Sledge with a really nice shot. He's going to take out Nostalgia. That is Cyan showing off his skills by taking out Goyo. Not only not only the man count is down, but also the C4 is out. We still have Kid and Unknown Gamer with the control of the C4, and I believe Nani, he with a little bit of that flank opportunities, he may be able to take out Vector Sports by surprise, but he decides to stay on the basement corridor. He'll just be defending with the assault rifle. And we're going to be seeing Mike. He still has those ADSs. He can be able to defend himself, but still needs to be careful because Hibana, she's going to be using her 3 of her flashbangs to, I would say, exhaust the ADSs, as Smoke is going to be using one of his toxic gas canisters. Kaid's are going to work out. Kid, on the other hand, with the Vector kill, he's going to take out Beaver, while one of the nades is going to come in and he's going to take out Mike yet again. Skipper with the exact frag, as he's going to take out Mike as well as Nani and gets a double kill. And with that, Kid and Unknown Gamer, both of them holding on the side of Laundry, still needs to be careful on the, I would say, the sniper rifle, in which it doesn't work out, even though with the C4 did connect Elnu with the heavy aggression. He's going to take out Kid. Another nade coming in on the side of Cyan. Another C4 also coming in on the side of Unknown Gamer, but still both of those utilities will never come into effect here. El Noob is going to be planting the diffuser on the default side of Laundry, and just like that, Ritz with the final kill of the SMG. Vector Sports is going to be winning on the second round, Basement Laundry.
A well done take right there from the side of Vector Sports. It wasn't just the take onto Blue Bunker, of course. It was also the push down the boiler room stairs. That initial kill onto Nostalgia with the Goyo, that was the one that mattered the most. And then opening up the Mira windows as and when required, forcing her to evacuate that particular area. Even when the Mira came back and took a kill for himself, it didn't quite work out in the same magnitude of effect as they wanted it to. As with that being said, of course, round 2 goes to the side of Vector Sports. We've got the 6 pick from Skipper out of the Maverick into the Ash, as we are going to be going into second. Wait, was that second floor? No, that was basement right there from the side of Virtual 5 Esports. Laundry will be attempted again, as this time they've got the alibi from Kid, and they will still be holding down Blue Bunker with the same that smoke strategy, of course, as it goes. The most curious part of it is whether or not Nostalgia will be holding down the boiler room door into Blue Bunker. The hatch above him has been reinforced, of course. The hatch above that little entryway door of Laundry Supplies. And the white white stairs door going below into freezer has been barricaded as well. But the Goyo shield to hold down this particular area. It's a fairly spread out strategy here from the side of V5. They're not going to emphasize too much on site itself. They're going to have the rotates. They're going to have those lines of sight to play off-site as and when required, and in case of a retake post-plant, they'll be able to, if the defenders are of course off-site, they'll be able to use those to their advantage as well, leaving themselves plenty of room in both instances. That is a fairly good idea, but again, it is going to come down a majority of the time to whether or not they'll be able to hold on site. The Kali is going to come into the bottom tower area and will probably come down the stairs any second now, as we've got the Lances coming in to deny any sort of electro claws so that the hatches can be opened. And there we go. Beaver's going to be going for that, but he could be Kaid tricked any second now. He won't be, because Kid trying to play that vertical angle is going to have to fall back, because of course this hatch angle is pretty powerful. Beaver doing good work with the Hibana, opening up the hatch nice and quickly, getting an entryway into site established as the drones are coming in from El Noob. The Zofia is going to spot where the alibi is playing. The callouts are going to be given to his team, but they've got to be careful. Nani playing in the boiler room pillar area. He will be a big source of contention for the side of Vector Sports, as of course will be all the other operators. But right now the Jaeger will be at the top priority for the side of VS. There's actually someone on the first floor, I believe. We just saw an outline right there. As, of course, Sasane's got to be careful on the flank coming in from the main stairs area. Kuskid here inside of Classroom. The man could go for a huge flank right now. He's actually going to be going for that. Nani's taking a bit of damage in the meanwhile. Gunshots are being traded down below. As Kuskid's going to be going for this. He's seen the sledge. Nani's gotten one onto Al Noob. And the Alibi is coming in. Is saying aware of this. He is now. As the shots are going to be traded, the Alibi is going through the connector area. And will he find him? Yes, he will. That's another kill for the defenders. Virtual 5 are taking the advantage slowly. It's a 3 versus 5 right now. The Kali's coming in for the peak. As Sane's going to find one onto Nani. That's the first attacker kill of the round. And Sane's going to go up the tower stairs to hold down the flank for the meanwhile. As the side push has to come in, but they've got to dislodge this Alibi first. The peek's in, and Kuskid's finally going to go down. He's going to be taken off the board by Skipper. There you go. The kill is confirmed. And it's a 3 versus 3. The man comes with an equalized. Skipper with a double kill to continue things for the side of Vector Sports. The Kali, I don't think, of course, that Ritson knows that there's somebody playing the freezer door, and we've got to be careful of that. The Goyo will be a very, very tough factor to go up against given his current position, seeing as there are two other defenders outside. The Kali's going to see him, but no, he's going to miss that shot. Of course, the bolt action sniper rifle takes a while to actually get your bearings with the massive zoom that it has while canisters are coming off from the smoke, and Unknown Gamer is pre-firing away to try and make sure that none of the attackers are able to push in. Nostalgia still holding on Freezer. He could go for a peek right now as the side of Vector Sports have less than 10 seconds remaining. A canister comes out, but smoke will be taken down by Mike coming down the main stairs, and actually Mike goes down from the main stairs as the Ash will be refragged onto, and a lot of bodies are being dropped right now, but Virtual 5 will be the ones to come away with that, as Nostalgia with the Vector is going to get a double, I believe that is, to end the round. And that is unfortunate for the side of Vector Sports, but that is exactly what we were talking about just now. The fact that the Goyo inside of Freezer is going to be a huge point of contention, and he ended up becoming a full-on turning point for the round, because had he been taken out earlier, the side of Vector Sports probably would have secured the round for themselves. With that being said, the lead is taken 2-1 in the early game. Going into round 4, Virtual 5 Esports are going to be heading to second floor dorms. Round 4 is in play.
Well played on the side of Virtual 5 Esports. Just like you said, Jack, the Goyo who was playing from the Freezer eventually gave them the win. And with that, Vector Sports, we still do know for the fact that they're not going to give up that easily, as we are going to progress to round 4, as Virtual 5 Esports is going to be defending on second floor kids. And I still remember on the first round itself, they did defended it pretty. I would say they successfully defended that particular side, in which Virtual 5 Esports had no problem in defending, especially with the greatest flank that the Castle did, with Unknown Gamer taking out 2 of those players from the bedroom itself, you know, taking them out off guard. Let's hope Vector Sports eventually sees that, and hopefully they're able to see the flanks that Virtual 5 Esports has been doing in, and we're going to be seeing Mike doing the same rotations yet again from the game room, and he's eventually going to take out the radio, because, you know, at a game of Rainbow Six Siege, you definitely need to hear the foot noises coming from the side of attackers, so that they can be able to get those, you know, I wouldn't say get, I would say win those gunfights at the right moment. So I would say a print drop silence from the environment would be good. I mean, taking out radius wouldn't be that much of a big of a harm, but still, not going to talk more about that, as we are going to be proceeding on to round 4, as Unknown Gamer is going to be opening up the hatches in the attic, which leads to the meeting room, in which he can be able to, you know, if there's an attacker arriving from the meeting room, they can be able to, you know, take them off guard with the help of their primary weapons. And Nani playing on the side of attic with the deployable shield being used, and I would say that the attic wall is, it's quite surprising that they haven't picked an Akaid or a bandit, because a Akaid or a bandit would be way much more useful to deny utilities that the attackers has, especially with the hard breaches like Thermite or Hibana. And since a Maverick is in play, and with the skipper's excellent use of Breaching Torch, he just immediately takes both of those walls and immediately opens up the wall of attic, thanks to Zophia's KSOE Lifeline impact needs, in which they can be able to gain access on that particular side. But Mike still really needs to be careful, because there is one specific operator arriving at the side, as Maestro is going to be using one of his evil eyes to remove it out. And just like that, Smoke is actually going to reinforce the kids' room. That's really quite interesting here. reinforcing that specific site would actually give them no access towards the attic, and it would give them even though if they did get control over the attic, they getting control on that specific site is going to be a huge challenge for them. El Noob with the Ash place, he's going to be throwing out one of the flashbangs, won't affect the castle as he's going to be using one of his super shorties. Doesn't work out because in the end, the Ash with the R4C, he's going to be winning out that gunfighting out Unknown Gamer. Nani, on the other hand, takes out Ritz, and El Noob is downed with the Smoke's gas canisters, but still he can be able to be picked up, and he will eventually get picked up from none other than Beaver himself as he will pick up the diffuser. Kid playing on the side of Kid's dorms as he will immediately gets spotted from the attackers' drones. Mike playing on the white stairs. He is also low on HP. I don't believe he doesn't have the smoke canisters, and Smoke is already down. A heavily aggressive push coming on the side of Alibi. It doesn't work out, and just like that, it is a post-plan situation coming in on the side of Vector Sports as Version 5 Esports need to figure this one out, and figuring that out is going to be a huge no on the side of Vector Sports as they will win round 4 on second floor Kids Dorms.
Well, this game is certainly coming in nice and close. You could just see the Hibana out of the corner of the kill cam right there, just crouching away to all glory as round 5 is going to be in play. But this game is certainly coming in close, ladies and gentlemen. This game could go on for a while, and I do not say that with any trepidation whatsoever. I say that with all the excitement that I can possibly muster while rambling on the way I normally do. Second floor dorms is going to be the site of choice once again from the side of the defense as Virtual 5 look to take their lead back, and Vector Sports look to take the lead as we are 2 runs away from the roll swap in round 7. Kuskid is going to go out of the Ella into the Bandit, bringing in a little bit of electrical denial on the second floor dorms side that has been missing so far, of course, and they will be requiring that, seeing as they do have the Thatcher ban, might as well use it to the maximum ability. That being said, round 5 was in play due to the scoreline, and you can just see all of the statistics here in this brand new UI. Well, not quite brand new, but this amazing UI that, of course, all casters and observers are able to use as of, I forget which patch it was. I think it was at the beginning of year 5 that we got this UI.
It was at Road to the. It was definitely at the patch of Road to SI event, Jack.
Ah, yes. I remember now. The Road to SI event is when the new UI was introduced. Road to SI. What an event that was back in the day. I say back in the day like it's been a while. It was only a few months ago.
Yes, I mean, it always brings tears to my eyes, Jack. Each and every time I see the Road to SI event, I always shed in tears.
It was a fantastic event for all of those involved, for all those who played, and I'm pretty sure Ubisoft, the developers, had a blast making it, as who knows, maybe we'll get to see a repetition of Road to SI later this year, but that is speculation that can be saved for a later discussion. Right now, attacking phase, action phase is going to be in play. Vector Sports will be looking to take this round, and once again, Ritz playing the Kali. He's been pretty insistent in playing the Kali, of course, bringing in the Night Haven operator as Nanny right there with the Jaeger, insisting on going all ham with his with his aim down sight button. Not really sure as to why, but you know, some people, they just like to do some certain things. As the drone will be taken out, that was the tower drone being taken out by Nostalgia's Evil Eye nice and easily, as there is a hold on the attic area. The drones are going to come in once again. The Evil Eye is going to take care of that, or it's going to be the Jaeger, either one. There you go. The Evil Eye will zap it out of existence as the Ash is going to take out the utility from below. That was a little bit of denial utility that was placed on the single reinforcement on the dorm's main wall from inside of the bedroom cupboard. But Skipper's taking a bit of damage, so has Ritz. Not really sure where that one's coming out from as the Kali is coming up the main stairs. But there's the Sophia Saiyan with a good kill onto Nanny, starting things off for the side of Vector Sports, as they are slowly closing in towards site. If Vector Sports are unable to get a refrag or any other kill, then this will be like shooting fish in a barrel, and they will have a massive uphill battle to climb out of this situation. They've got good positions, they've got lines of sight established, but they need to make sure that they capitalize on that as much as possible. There is, in fact, the Maestro inside of Kid's dorms, mind you. He could go for a big peek right now. And Gamer, there you go. The Kali is going to find him along with El Noob to finish him off as the castle brackets are going to be breached. And the push is coming in. The Hibana is going to be making a little breach on that dorm's main wall as Mike, he's slowly being shot into. The Zophia's taking a sweet time, but the shotgun's going to come out. Downer at the very least, but Mike is flash currently out of his mind as the Kali's going to come in, get taken out with a shotgun to the face, but the knife's in from the Hibana as the Maestro, that's Nostalgia, has found Saiyan in the meanwhile. Bearing 9 comes in, but oh no! El Noob goes down, and Skipper is going to find Kuskit in the meanwhile. An unfortunate team kill is going to put Nostalgia in a 1 versus 2. But the man, he's got to find the planter. He doesn't know where Beaver's playing, but Beaver's in the corner. He's going to be taken out. They're always going to win that any day of the week. And it's all down to the 1v1, Skipper versus Nostalgia, as Nostalgia's going to rotate into Attic, while Skipper inside of master bedroom. Has he seen where the Maestro's playing? He has not. He's going to have to go for a run. And, of course, the Evilizer giving away the position of the Maverick playing where he is. All Nostalgia has to do is hold still, and he will win this. He's going to see the Maverick instead, and he will get it. Skipper needed to go for the peak. He didn't have time to pick up the diffuser and safely plant. And that, of course, meant that he had to go for the kill or die trying. Unfortunately, he did die trying. Nostalgia will be taking the 1v2 clutch home, and that of course gives this side of Virtual 5 Esports round 5, as round 6 will be in play, the last round before role swap, and it is 3-2. V5 are back in the lead.
Well, what great plays coming in on the side of Virtual 5 Esports, especially Mike with those shotgun kills, even though we did see El Noob, I believe that was El Noob who was playing as the Zofia. Even though he actually did get an early control from the Attic, he tries to, jiggle peek with the smoke, but in the end, the shotgun immediately desecrates El Noob and eventually goes down. I mean, a really great efforts as he actually took out both of them, especially the Kali, who was eventually aiming with the sniper rifle. She was trying to push in with the sniper rifle, and sad to say, she just got a shotgun to the head. And with that, we are going to be proceeding on to round 6 as Virtual 5 Esports are in a 1-point lead, and this has a maximum. I'm just predicting that this can go over to overtime, because each and every time if I see round 6 with 3-3, I definitely know that it has a maximum efficiency of going into overtime. And just like you said, Jack, Oregon being the also defender-sided map, there is always a thing called as a caster's curse, in which they always try to prove us wrong. And this time, we'll be seeing Kuskid playing as the mirror. She's going to be placing one of her black eye mirror from the side of the supply room, and I believe she's going to be using another one of the black eye mirrors from the supply room as well. I don't think that's quite necessary, because you have the deployable shield being placed from the front of the blue room, as I would like to call it. I mean, you have the Goyo shield as well as a lot of ADSs, which can be used to deny a lot of utilities coming in on the side of attackers. Even if it's a normal a flashbang or a nade, or even more than that. But I believe there's 2 ADS being placed on the side of supply room, and 2 of the Mira's black mirrors being used on the side of supply room. Kali is going to be using one of her abilities to take out the Kite's Electroclaws, and I don't think he's going to be able to trick the Hibana's Skyros pellets. And that's it's quite unusual to see Skipper using the R4C. He just keeps on circling rather than it keeps on one specific position. I mean, some players has their own play styles, and I don't want to talk more about it, so I'm just going to mainly focus on the plays that are being doing from the side of the attackers here. Kali using her ability yet again to take out the hatches, but sad to say that it's being tricked again and again. The 3rd time's the charm, and will it take out? I believe that is definitely going to work out. No, it actually doesn't. It's still electrified, and with that, Hibana has to fall back from the I believe from the blue room, in which they can be able to open up the walls of supply room. And with that, 4 of the players in Vector Sports are currently being situated from the barrel, or are they going to change their plans? Looks like they are going to be changing their plans, but instead they're going to be on the big tower stairs, as Hibana is going to be using one of her flashbangs, and Jaeger still needs to be careful as he is playing from the supply room, and he will eventually get shut down from none other than Zofia herself, taking out Nani. Cyan, on the other hand, with the SMG kill, he's going to take out Kuskid. Mira, that's a very important kill with the Vector down. the Black Mirror is still up in effect. That would be a really difficult site to get control of, because with that mirror, not only they have intel, but they have huge amount of control here. Hibana using her Excalos pellets to open up the wall as Skipper throws one of the nades, in which Mike won't be able to get a lot of damage, but instead he will get a little bit damage with the Excalos pellets, in which Hibana's pellets did detonate in. Smokes really still needs to be careful, as Hibana will proceed to plant as Smoke pushes in, but Cyan is there for the cover, taking out Mike, but still he needs to be careful on the freezer, as Vector Sports has successfully planted the diffuser, and with that, Goyo out. Vector Sports is in, as they will win round 6 on attack on basement supply, and we are going to be seeing a role swap, as Vector Sports is going to be on defense.
Roll swap is in on round 7, and it's a 3-3 equalized scoreline. What a day we've had so far, ladies and gentlemen, as right now this match is heating up in all the right ways, all of the most entertaining ways possible, as Vector Sports and V5 are going head-to-head, neck and neck in the round count. Neither team wants to give up, and neither they should, seeing as, of course, a spot in Division 1 is on the line, especially for Vector Sports. We was going to be taking the 6 pick out of the castle into the Kaid, and Basement Laundry will be the site of choice once again. As, of course, should this game go overtime, then it will be the polar opposite of the game that we had earlier, which was a 7-1 for Union Gaming. As, you know, it's just the small things that you notice when casting a game, that certain themes almost sort of line up. I know I'm probably thinking a little bit too deep into all of this, seeing as it is at the end of the day a video game, and I'm casting a video game. But regardless, it's a video game all of us love. That's why we're all here. That's why we're all watching this stream, and me and Baba are here casting, and Foxy is hosting for us as beautifully as he can. Round 7 in play, of course. We're going to have the smoke strat. Once again, Elnoob will be holding down inside a blue bunker. He's going to be requesting Saiyan's ADSs any second now. And, of course, those are required to hold down the blue bunker. You can't exactly have a shield and expect to get away with it, especially with the fact that Nani's playing the Zofia. There's going to be grenades from Kuskid. And this time, we got the Capitao from Unknown Gamer, mind you. As the Capitao is going to be a pretty big denominating factor, seeing as Capitao's firebolts and his asphyxiating bolts, currently known as the firebolts, and his smoke bolts are unaffected from by the Jaeger's ADSs, as that has of course always been a thing that has confused a few players, mind you, seeing as, you know, the firebolts still count as projectiles, but in the meanwhile, Virtual 5 will be spotted pushing the small tower area, as personally, I'm just really interested to see how Unknown Gamer gets to do what he does with the Capitao, where his firebolts will be, where his smoke bolts will be. As I'm pretty sure we all know where the smoke bolts will be. Wherever there's a plant going down, or wherever there needs to be some sort of coverage. As a drone has been captured by Ritz, and he'll be using that to his advantage. As the Jaeger, of course, is going to be pre-firing away, opening up even more angles on that freezer wall. Still on the first floor, all of the attackers, they haven't made a push in towards the basement yet. Neither of the stairs, nor the blue bunker, nor the freezer area have been pushed. As actually Buck is all the way at the second floor. All right, interesting from Nostalgia. But I'm pretty sure Virtual 5 know exactly what they're doing, and which is taking their time to get all the intel that they can. Skipper's going to be spotted inside a freezer right now. He's going to go for this angle that he has. Is he going to find anybody? No, he's not. Shots fired, gives away his position. And so will the drones. The C4 is going to come in, but will it connect? No, it won't. It barely does any damage. None whatsoever. As lifelines from the Zofia might just come in any second. Now, meanwhile, Skipper's taking a lot of damage. He's got to pull back if he wants to stay alive for the rest of this game and to stay in cover. Mike's going to come in because he needs that Electro Claw on that hatch gone. But again, it's going to come down to how Vector Sports are going to hold on and how Virtual 5 go for this completely clearance. And Capitao with a pre-fire from Laundry Stairs gives away his position, and what potentially could have been a very good sneaky push right now is not going to happen, seeing as Unknown Gamer happily gave away where he was coming in from. The hatch is finally going to be opened as the Electric Claw has been taken care of. The Kite is still alive, mind you, but though I doubt Beaver has the Electric Claws left. Nani holding inside a freezer along with the Hibana, as Unknown Gamer is going to take a lot of damage. He's trying to find where this Valkyrie is playing, and Nani's going to find El Noob in the meanwhile. Shots are being fired, and the Jaeger's finally going to find him, but Skipper's going to go down on the other side of the map. But that's the diffuser drop on the main stairs area. That's huge right there, as Nostalgia has found Saiyan, the man who just took down the Capitao. Nani with the triple kill is going to take down Ritz, as the Kite is pushing up. He's going to find one, he's going to find two. No, there's the Hibana to shut him down, as Mike with the instant refrag onto Beaver, who wanted to go for that push-up. He saw where the Kite was headed, and of course the open wall would not have given the Kite any room to play regardless. So he had to go for the push, and of course that is exactly why Virtual 5 Esports on the attack will be taking round 7. They're going to go on the lead first off the role swap. Round 8 is in. It's a 4-3 scoreline in favor of Virtual 5.
Well, what a great way to execute on the site. Virtual 5 gaining the advantage as they were trying to expend the utilities in which Valkyrie was holding an angle on the side of Freezer. She even tried to contest it, but in the end, it didn't quite work out, as they did not only they did get control on the Freezer side, but also they took out the entire team of Vector Sports, which would lead them winning their first attack on Basement Laundry. And looks like in the round 8, I thought Vector Sports is going to be defending on the second floor kids room, because since they've lost the particular site on Basement Laundry, it would have been better for them to change the site, but they will stick. They would immediately stick it to Basement Laundry instead. It would be a risky decision, but still, you know, it's up to their preference. I mean, we did see Vector Sports going head-to-head against each other, especially like winning a lot of rounds against Virtual 5 Esports, especially on the side of attack. It's always like if one round wins on Vector Sports, Virtual 5 wins on the second round. If Vector Sports win on third round, Virtual 5 wins on the fourth round, and it goes on and on. And I believe that might happen, and just like I said, I've been saying this for like the second time, it can go for overtime. Cyan using the bullet holes on the side of Showers to at least try to take out one operator by surprise if they try to, you know, melee the windows of I believe the room is supposed to be called as the construction room, as Zofia is going to be opening up one of the barricades, two of the barricades. It's going to be a matter of time where Zofia just waltz in. Jaeger trying to use his trigger discipline as best as he can. He's just waiting for the Zofia to push in, but he still needs to be careful because there is a drone being spotted, and he will eventually get spotted.
All right, there goes the Jaeger, who's going back for a play right there. Skipper's going to take down Nostalgia. And in the meanwhile, Saiyan went down. He was on the roam, of course. But with that being said, the refrag coming in from the Goyo, he's going to be holding down on the freezer area. The basement site is going to be very important for the side of Virtual 5 to get into if they are able to. Of course, round 8 is on the line. This match is on the line. And just like Baba said, it is a push for who can take the lead. And there you go. El Noob, not quite. He's going to save his shield. He's going to save all of his utility and reposition it while going for the reinforcement on that rotate from Blue bunker entry. Excuse me, I started right there. But that is, of course, very smart right there, because that rotation could have been used against them had Virtual 5 Esports decided to go in through blue bunker. Flashbangs being used to take out the ADS right now, as Kuskat is slowly pushing up towards the big tower bottom stairs. Another flashbang goes in, but there's another ADS, and that flashbang unfortunately went the wrong way, as now Nani is going to have to try and use his lifelines if he can against what is probably an alive ADS. Meanwhile, canisters are ready from the smoke. El Noob and Beaver are the ones holding down that particular area. As there we go, the flashbangs. The canisters are going to be in, and Skipper is holding down with a shield, but he's got to be careful behind him. Boiler room is wide open as of fireballs are going to come in from the Capitao, who's gone for a pre-fire, but there are, of course, more pre-fires being made as a Vulcan shield has been destroyed. Nani, in the meanwhile, is holding this line of sight that the Kaid had until this point into Freezer. The Hibana is going to be going for a breach on the main wall, and as soon as the sound goes off, the Kaid could come for this peak. He's going to hear that, but he's not going to go for it because the Captain's firebolts are barely just not hitting him, as that's a little unfortunate right there from Unknown Gamers. As Zofia slowly going to push up. He knows that there's somebody playing by Blue Bunker, but he's got to be aware of the smoke. He will be, and he's going to take him out as Beaver's taking out Unknown Gamer. Prince is taking down one. Will he get the refrag in? Skipper's got the double kill. The pistol comes out. He's going to find one Nani in a 1v2 right now. He's going to play against two defenders. Is he aware of where the Goyo is? Yes, he is, but does he have time? No, he does not. Is he aware of where the Kaid is? No! He almost had the knife, but he wasn't able to go for it. The timer ran out, and the clutch is denied from the side of the defenders. The diffuser drop in the side of sight was not what they needed, and that is why Vector Sports will be taking round 8, their first defensive round win on round 8. Basement Laundry goes to them, and once again, the scoreline has been equalized 4-4 going into round 9, and we're going to be heading to second floor kids, dorms, excuse me, on this 9th round. The Vigil being 6-picked out into Jaeger from El Noob, as round 9 will be underway very shortly indeed. Amazing patience right there from the side of Vector Sports to just sit back, hold it down, let the time do its thing, and let the clock apply the pressure on to the side of Virtual 5 Esports. And that is exactly what we saw happen in that rounds V5. They had the site push almost set, but they were low on time, very low on time for that matter. That is why they had to try and rush it, and that is exactly where they were, unfortunately, taken off the board. As right now, of course, second floor dorms being the side of choice. Saying very interesting placement of his Evil Eye, of course. Seeing as if that soft wall is breached, I believe the Evil Eye should in fact be taken off the board. And of that wall for that matter. That's just one Evil Eye, of course. The Maestro has 2. And right now, second floor dorms being the side of choice. It's going to be very interesting to see how the side of Virtual 5 are going to attempt this once again. They've, of course, swapped out the Kali for the Capital. Unknown Gamer pretty much maining that operator for 3 rounds straight now. As he's hit, at least in that last round, unfortunately, he tried to put the Capital to good use, but all he was able to do was lock down the Kaid sitting inside of the basement laundry cubby. And really, that didn't do any harm to the Kaid. All he did was sit there and wait for the fire to dissipate. And, well, that's exactly what happened. Nani, in the meanwhile, the Zofia going to be droning himself in through Classroom right now. He sees the vertical angle that's been made as Mike's droning on the second floor. Lots of drones coming in from Virtual 5 as a little bit of verticality is going to be played right here. Maybe Ritz, he's peeking this angle right now, mind you. He is actually looking on the vault-in from the window as the bandit is going to come in and replace the destroyed bandit battery. As, oh, that's a little unfortunate. Beaver's going to take a little bit of damage from Ritz himself as Ritz wanted to pre-fire on the window. And Beaver, unfortunately, his legs took a little bit of the damage from those bullets. Meanwhile, we've got the Maverick Casket going towards a half-wall breach towards the tower wall, the big tower wall into Attic. As the Maestro is aware of that, he's seen that on his Evil Eye. He's going to be looking to play against that, at least until the wall is open. He doesn't have much to do. Zofia still below, has used up both of his impacts. Nani right here is looking for those bandit batteries, but he's not going to see them, seeing as they've been placed on the corners of the reinforced wall. He's going to have to do some blind shooting, and that, of course, risks his position being revealed and maybe even a defender who's roaming below taking him off the board. A quick rotate, really, as the Jaeger goes for an aggressive swing. He's going to find one. That is Mike off the board. The Hibana goes down, and that is one of the hard breaches right there. Very unfortunate for the side of Virtual 5 Esports. They've lost a huge player and a huge operator. Nani's coming in to try and refrag, but will he be able to? The pre-fire has pretty much given away his position as Nostalgia is trying to push towards tower. Is not tower, attic. I keep calling that tower. Because kid on the tower, on the attic window there. I see it again. I did it again as the head will be taken off. Skipper. And Nani's going to find the head of Blitz. In the meanwhile, it's a 4 versus 3 right now. Will the Jaeger find this kill? No, he won't. Nostalgia's going to get a double. He's got to take that goo mine out, and he will. But Nani's going to go down in the meanwhile. As Sayan's going to find Kid as well. And oh dear me, not knowing what the buck was. There goes the bandit. As it's a 2v1 right now. Nostalgia and Unknown Gamer against a Maestro. Saiyan very angry as Unknown Gamer is going to be going for the plant. Pre-fire fires are in. He can't see the planter, at least not through that very solid bed. It's a post-plant 1v2 right now for this Maestro to play, and he's trying to run through the fire. Not quite. The fire spread quite a distance, and he's got to be careful where he goes for. Of course, the length of the fire is going to allow him to reload and then some. And he's had some time to collect his thoughts. He's going for the peak. Captain has been spotted. Is he going to get him? No, he's not. He's been lit up quite a bit. The buck slowly coming in, and there you go. He looked away towards the wrong area of a possible push, that is, and Nostalgia will capitalize on that momentary lapse of concentration, and that is a Maestro who's going to go down as the attacking team of Virtual 5 Esports have taken round 9. Once again, it's pretty much been the trend for this entire game. V5 take a round, they take that 1-round lead, and Vector Sports are there to equalize on the very next round. We're headed to second floor dorms once again from the side of this defending team of Vector Sports, and should be very interesting to see how they go about countering the way the defenders are playing and the way the attackers are coming in for the push. Ritz out of the Mozzie into the Maestro is going to be bringing in the Italian operator. As right now, 5-4 is the scoreline. Virtual 5 are 1 round away from the match point, and of course, if they are able to secure match point, then that will mean that they will be able to put a huge amount of pressure onto the side of Vector Sports. Meanwhile, Saiyan playing the FO12 on the Ella, bringing in this very destructive, very powerful shotgun, as it is going to be a very interesting round coming forward from here. And right now, there we go. The drone's going to be taken out. Saiyan's doing a little bit of drone hunting. He's, of course, got passive utility to throw down and play around the map with it. As the Gershmot's, of course, a very powerful tool, even after the little nerf that they had at the start of the season, where they no longer, of course, mess around with the sensitivity of the victim's mouse. The aim sensitivity for them, either the DPI and whatnot, not going to be changed. That modifier has been removed from both Ella and Zofia. Doesn't reduce the lethality by much. All it does is give the unfortunate victims of a Gershmot a little bit of opportunity to fight back. Bandit, Beaver, is going to be making a few vertical lines of sight for himself, of course, as all of the attackers, most of them are going to be droning. There's going to be a few attempting to make a push. Some of them are just going to try and get into the building as fast as possible. As we see Nostalgia repelling into Big Tower. He's going to be supporting the Maverick Kuskid, who's going to be going probably for a half-wall breach. All right, he's going to preemptively break the area that he wants the Maverick to reach, while Kuskid, of course, is just going to hold down tower stairs. There you go. It's been broken. That's all that's going to do is leave a hard wall that Kuskid has to breach through, and that will do it for the Maverick's work. He's going to finish it off nice and easily, and there you go. He's breaking it open. You can see it very well done right here from Virtual 5. They don't want to risk it. At least Kuskid doesn't want to risk being exposed, overexposed onto that tower angle, and he will successfully get the breach done, as that is a very good use and very efficient use of Maverick's fuel. Meanwhile, Saiyan's taking a lot of damage, but he's finally going to find Nanny. The F12 comes alive for the man, as he's going to find the IQ. That's a huge kill right there, as that is a lot of defender utility that would have otherwise been in danger. He's waiting for a possible run out right here from him, as Ritz is going to find one, but Skipper's going to get taken down by Nostalgia. In the meanwhile, that is your smoke on the board, a pretty big kill, as the Jaeger's trying to go for a jiggle peek onto Nostalgia. Not quite a jiggle peek, just a quick crash peek, but he's not going to be seen. But the Maestro will, and that is Ritz's head taken off the board. As the Jaeger's coming in, he will find, and that's a trade right there between the Buck and the Jaeger. El Nuba Nostalgia trade, leaving Mike and Unknown Gamer against Saiyan and Beaver. And Saiyan, of course, is going to be playing below with the F12, but those shots being fired are going to give away the fact that there's somebody playing below, and maybe, just maybe, a dart might come in from Unknown Gamer. He's going to smoke it off, but as he smoked off close enough for the vaulting to happen. Not quite. Saiyan still holding it down, but he's not going to get the kill. That's unfortunate. Unknown Gamer takes the brunt of the damage, and he will finally go down. It's a 1v2, all down to Mike in this situation against another with a shotgun and a very angry Bandit. He knows where the yellow's pushing from. He's going to get him nice and easily. Low on HP, of course, as Saiyan goes down. It's a 1v1 between Beaver and Mike. Mike holding down White Stairs. His position is pretty much given away. Will the Bandit find him? No, he won't. He runs out of ammo. and the Hibana is gonna take the kill. Mike is gonna get the clutch in for his team as Virtual 5 will win their second round in consecution. Round 10 goes to them, ladies and gentlemen. Round 11 is in, but more importantly, the match point is in for the side of Virtual 5 Esports off the back of that Hibana 1v2 clutch right there from Mike. Well played to him, as Virtual 5 have finally won 2 rounds consecutively instead of just 1. And the trend has been broken. Right now, Vector Sports are going to have to try and win 2 rounds back-to-back to equalize and push for overtime, while Virtual 5 will be looking to finish this off in a blaze of glory. But again, how far will they be able to go? Or will Vector Sports, going to Basement Laundry, be able to pull back? Slowly but surely, it's all coming together for the side of V5, as, of course, the round count is plain to see for everybody in the chat. It is a 6-4 match point situation, and a lot of pressure is on Vector Sports. They are going to have to try and give themselves that break that they need, that push to overtime, but that requires them to win 2 rounds back-to-back against Virtual 5, who are very much ready to take this match and end it as soon as possible. A little bit of server lag right there from the side of Ubisoft, as you know, it is a Ubisoft game, but Nostalgia, look at that. 16 kills to the man. He has been on fire today for his team. And of course, Nanny with 8, and Unknown Gamer, Kusket and Mike sharing 4, 4, and 4. As I'm sure I don't need to describe the meme that goes with that, but regardless, Saiyan and Skipper for the side of Vector Sports bring in 10 kills each, while Noob with 8, and Beaver and Ritz with the support and getting the kills when they need to, 6 and 4 respectively. As right now, it is once again match point, a very important situation, a very important round for Vector Sports. They sit all the way down at the bottom of the table, and if they're unable to win this match, then their position at the bottom might just become their permanent position, at least until tomorrow, and a relegation might as well be secured. But again, they have the chance to fight back. That is today and tomorrow, the last 2 play days of Division 1 and the last 2 days of Season 4. Saiyan, with a little bit of an outward speak from inside of garage. He's trying to see if somebody's towards the side of construction. He's not going to find anybody, at least it doesn't look like, while Little Noob's on the long roam right now inside of kitchen, holding down that tower door corridor. Flashbangs are in from the buck to burn out the ADS that was down in the boiler room area, and that's going to, of course, give Nanny enough room to work with to take out the Vulcan shield and go for some peaks that he wants to. Meanwhile, the Hibana will be opening up the... Which one of the walls is that? That is actually the blue bunker front wall that is at the entryway door of supply room. A pretty important angle right there. Unknown Gamer trying to pre-fire away to glory. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite have the 2 for 9. He, of course, has the Para 308. As a frag grenade comes in, Saiyan, of course, is safe from that, as he will be rotating back into sight to try and make a play happen. He's going to see the Captain. No, he won, but Nostalgia. He's going to find El Noob. In the meanwhile, that is unfortunate. The Vigil is down. Skipper's taking a lot of damage. So has Ritz. He's trying to fight, but he'll be taken off the board with Nasty getting the kill. Nanny did take the fall in the meanwhile, but it's a 4 versus 3. Virtual 5 Esports stand to win this. But no, Saiyan's here. He's going to find one. Nostalgia goes down. He's found another. That's the diffuser drop right there. He doesn't know that that's a down, of course, seeing as the point system is off. But he's doing a lot of work. Saiyan, he could very well have just won this round entirely, but the revive's in. Mike's going to come back up to 20 HP. It's a 3 versus 3, but Skipper and Saiyan are very low for the side of the defenders. And Mike is perilously low for the side of the attack. Drones are coming in. Kusket's trying to push in from the main stairs. That could be a very influential play right there from the Maverick if he's successful in doing it, but pre-fires are in. Beaver knows that there might yet be something coming in from the side of V5. They could be trying to make something sneaky happen. Mike and Unknown Gamer pushing in from the blue bunkers area. The Cubby has been secured. The Jaeger's going to take a lot of damage right there, Saiyan, from the firebolts as flashbangs are coming in to burn out the ADS. Kusket's slowly pushing in. Is he aware of the bandits' line of sight from inside of the supply mini room as smokes are going to come in the meanwhile as well? Kusket's slowly pushing up. He knows where the Jaeger's playing. The plants going to have to go off, and Mike is going to do that. Unknown Gamer is going to find Saiyan. It's a mad scramble right now. C4's in. Is going to find him. It's found Mike. The plant has been denied, but the kill will be confirmed by Kusket right at the end. At the end of the round timer, the C4 was perfect. but unfortunately, the Bandit didn't have enough room to stay alive fighting a Capitao, and the Maverick from 2 different angles did not leave him enough cover to stay in for just that 1 second longer, and that is exactly why the side of Virtual 5 Esports are going to be securing the victory. 3 rounds back-to-back to them to break the trend of Nostalgia. 18 kills to the man. Both teams played very, very well, but Nostalgia especially pulled out all the stops for Virtual 5. With that being said, the first match of this second stream has just ended, and that was, of course, the third match of the night as well, as we'll be taking a quick break before we come back with the last match of the night. And that is, of course, Kira Esports versus Deimos Foresight there. I'll be right back with that. Stay tuned.
A huge gap. He's getting dragged along once again. There's 3 tries from the Jackal, and he's going to claim the left. Skull X. He doesn't get another 50 shots in the second. There's the Jackal taking the fall for it. Very spot. Nothing he could have done. KL11 gets a frag. Oh, that is Mischief getting a frag. In fact, that was Caveman who got a frag indeed. I'm going to have to make this a frag game indeed, but no, the plan is already going down, but he's tagged along. He gets a frag, but there's a frag right back in. The Maestro got to be very careful. There you go, another frag from Mischief. That's a quad kill. Does he get the ace? He's going to come in and get the ace as well. That's the play from Mischief once again. KL11 does not stop, not while Mischief is on the board.
All alone in a 1v3 that he has to make. He's going to find one. That's the castle on the board. 2 more defenders to go. The Cruz and Reebok are what remain from the side. The defense is going to go for the peak on the gym. But the Rock was playing around here, and he still is for that matter. Reebok is going for the peak, getting second now. As shots are going to be fired, but no, the Doc actually goes down. The meanwhile, it's all down to the Yellow in a 1v1. Will the Jackal be able to make this shit happen? He's going to go for the plant to try and extend the timer and or bait. Yakuza, the last man standing. He's going to be closing in, but no! The bait from the Jackal is in! And that's a 1v3 for Asterix. A beautiful play from the man to clutch the round out for his team. He spotted no, but the fuck is he going to do then? That Kingslayer. That's what Hibana has opened up bathroom hatch, and there's Hyperdish on the flank from the Yellow Stairs. I just mentioned how the Valkyrie could be big, and Kingslayer is going to face the wrath of being held down in a standoff that they're not aware they're in, but no, the Orcs are going to win that. Hyperdish gets another one. That's the 3 on the board. It's a 2 versus 5 right now. Shot's got to be careful. He can't use the Rima dash too much. As it there, the Valkyrie's going to get another one. Okay, Lynch, unfortunately, missed a few too many shots right there. As of that, I think he had his... never mind. There goes another one. That's Hyperdishi with the quad in the round, I believe that is.
Yana's hologram going for the weight of it. What did Kingslayer just pull off? He went for a gun. He came 2 lives. Look at that. 2 grapplers on the board along with the diffuser. That's the play from Kingslayer right there. That's the easiest kill possibly, but Kingslayer is here with a triple kill. What is this man even doing? Does he find the port? That's a quad kill he's on, and he'll find that. He's on the chase. Where's Stoneheart? He's going to find him. He's hungry. He's going to go for it. Goes for the wall pin. He's going to try and... He is from Kingslayer. Connects. Look at this man go haywire on the side of Shanghai. Nexus meanwhile, another frag, the aggressive effort. Oh, what a shot from Nexus. He's going to drop the head of 3 kills from the same angle that flicked onto Dark Lord.
There.
What was... Alright, you might as well get this clutch in. 18 seconds left. And there's the 4th kill from the side of Nexus once again. The Echo does not even have to beat shots. Gets everybody's head popped off from the single angle. But the people and Pevon, that means he has to be corrupted. No matter what, Baker's gonna find out. There's so many kills going on. That all came up. The only survivor to the end of it all. You got to find 3 bodies and not even in the right position, not even time left. That's a finishing kill from the Maker once again. And that will be the Jaeger taking out the final kill. Mercenaries will be walking away with another round. And you'll find the job is going really well for the side of Never Diamonds right now. A very textbook, a very great attack in fact for them. A push-up comes in while the plan is going. He's going to get the no man, he's going to get the double. That's a really good play from everyone. Gets a double kill, confirms the kill onto the Nomad. Another kill from Majima is going to take it. Oh, boy, what a shot from the shotgun. It's a 1 versus 1. He's not going to find him at first. He will. What a play from Witness. It's all on the Herbie one. Troubles the hatch, gets a triple kill. Here's the support from the side of the other defender as well.
A 3 versus 3, but in the post-plant situation, not a good look for the side, or not a good situation for Valiance, but the Montaigne gets one, he gets refragged onto, the Jaeger gets a double, that's Army one, will the counter be denied? No, it won't! And with Hasib already down, that means that Archangel can go for the counter defuse, and Valiance with the retake post-plant.
Able to make it out of here or not. Now spot Sparko, get that frag as well. Good shot onto him. Can he find 3 more? Real question. Illegal being above. That's it. Oh, the head just gets spotted out. He might as well get a tap on him. Oh, he tries to go for the tap, but it's not connect. Nice observation from Nasty over here. He gets that anyway. Look at that shot from him. He gets a triple. What is going on? It's all down to Pete all of a sudden. In a 1 versus 1 that he's got to clutch out. He's got to go for the plan. He knows that, but he's going to hear the drop. Pistol in hand. He's going to get the C1. Oh, no way! Clutch. What a clutch from Nostalgia. The frag might comes alive.
The board is a 3 versus 3 equalizer man count. Sexy K's in. Bananas found one that's no of the board. There goes Sniper One Candy. And suddenly, it's all down to Levi the Vigil to find the planter. And he will! Will he be able to get away in time? Looks like he might just, and he goes prone in courtyard to secure himself. And Deimos forced the round. The play is in from the man, the Vigil. Levi with the denial at
But yes, but find that frag. Gold as well. Veneno gets another one. Veneno gets one more. Veneno is not stopping, but the plan has gone down. Sniper One Candy. He's going to have to fight it in 1 versus 3. While the counter defuse goes out as well. Veneno has got his gun loaded, and does he convert this into a kill? Yes, he will. The quad kill from Veneno is what is going to secure the round for Level 0 Esports, and look at that. Like I said, it's a frag heavy map. It's the line of sight just does not get established. A kid comes down, I'm not sure where that was from. That was from sight. Doesn't know. That's when the drone hole is back. Veneno gets that frag. Now, Sniper One Candy is going to bring out the canisters, and that is going to lose quite a bit. But the push up from Veneno is once again here. That's something good for the man. Does he find a quad kill? He's going to find it. Does he find yes or not? It's a big question. Well, Scotland just playing. Veneno is waiting. He's hungry, but he's going to be found by the Hibana. No, actually, Veneno finds that somehow. What? The Hibana took the fall, and it was Veneno winning that. Alright, the ace from Veneno comes in.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Foxy, as we are here for the final game of Day 5 of Division 1 in Season 4. We've got one more day of play to go after tonight's match, but this match is a big one for both teams because they're fighting to stay in the division. At least their standings for today need to be improved. That is Kira Esports taking on Deimos Force. Both of them are at danger of being relegated down to Division 2. Kira Esports, of course, came up from Division 2 in the previous season to this season, Division 1, and to go back would not be the best time in the world for them, so they're going to be looking to avoid that at all costs. While the set of Deimos Force, they've been on Division 1 for so long right now, and get relegated on the very final season would be, you know, pretty embarrassing. So they're going to be looking to avoid that as we're going to be going into the ban phase. We're halfway through it, actually, 3/4 of the way through, as Valkyrie will be the first defender to be banned on the map. The attacker bans have been Nomad and Blackbeard in the meanwhile, of course. Nomad, we all know why. Map control, run out denial, so much that one operator can do. The Blackbeard, we all know exactly how Blackbeard functions in this game, of course. The Valkyrie ban and the Mira ban to finish off. Very standard defender bans right there. Nothing too special coming out from the side of either team, as the ban phase has ended just as quickly as I began talking about it. Nomad, Blackbeard, Valkyrie, and Mira are your bans for the match on Coastline. Kira Esports will be attacking, and Deimos Force will be defending. Looks like they're looking to go on to first floor kitchen right off the bat, and let's have a quick look at both of these rosters on board for us today. From the side of Kira Esports, we've got Avim, Daft, Kajit, Deathomer, and Rattler, and from the side of Deimos Force, we've got Skishima, Goat, Snow, Angel, and Notorious Ferdine. I'm not really sure what he was thinking with the Melusi pick. Pretty much single-handedly taking that 6-pick ticket, seeing as, of course, Ace and Melusi, they only came out this season, so they won't be in play for competitive Rainbow Six. Going out of the Melusi into, of course, the Pulse, bringing in the man with the cardiac sensor. As mentioned previously, of course, both of these teams are looking to avoid relegation, and they have today, this match, and tomorrow to do just that. Whether or not they're going to be able to is the real question here, as winning today will certainly give them a better chance of staying in Division 1 right towards the end of Season 4 and avoid relegation into Division 2 for Season 5. Again, the last season on board, and you want to make sure, especially from Deimos Force's perspective, that you stay in Division 1. They've been up here for so long, they would not want to be relegated right at the end. And Kira Esports, having just made their way into Division 1 this season, would not want to get relegated down to 2 for the final season either. We've got the Vigilant play from Notorious. He's going to be looking to make some plays right now, but looks like the Bandit, no, Skishima gets pulled back for the time being. He wanted to be the man holding down Sunrise, but he won't be. The Legions on the roam. In the meanwhile, that's Snow far off on the second floor. Final reinforcements and rotations being done, as now it's just time to set up the angles, and that is exactly what Notorious will be doing, as Intel is king, and Ferdine will be trading tons of Intel with that cardiac sensor of his, but he's got to be careful. Even if Kira Esports is not running an IQ, he could still be shot by the attackers who are playing vertical. Snow's going to be flashed out of his mind right now, and there we go. Rattler with an early take onto the Aquarium Roamer, as the Legion will go down. That's unfortunate, but there's a refract quickly from Notorious from the Cool Web Stairs. Angels here as well. He wanted to take a kill for himself, but he won't be, seeing as, of course, that kill was taken by the man Notorious. In the meanwhile, the drones are going to be in, as I accidentally hit my mic. Angel running around towards Billy is in Aquarium. He's got to be careful, of course. The drone has spotted where he is, and he will, in fact, be going for a very ballsy run out right there, but he's going to be helped by Notorious, who tried to bust open the door by shooting it, of course, and he's just made his way back into the blue bar area. Down Cool Vibe, shooting away, gives away his position, of course, to the attacker on the second floor. Shots are being fired as Ferdin is trying to play vertical against Avim right now. That is the Buck, of course, and they have the Sledge as well. That is Kira Esports to play that verticality. Deathhammer is going to find Skishima Goat Senpais on the board. Unfortunately, the bandit goes down. Not before doing a ton of damage to Death Armor as well. Notorious is going to find Kajit in the meanwhile. That is the Iana of the board, and that is very unfortunate for Kira Esports. They won't have those unlimited free drones anymore, as of course a number has just been placed on them, and that number is overdue. That's a bad joke right there. Regardless, Angel, Notorious, and Ferdin Jazz are the ones remaining against Avim, Daft, and Death Armor. The last one standing on both sides of the coin right now. Angel holding down towards the cool web stairs as Deathhammer is going to be finding Notorious, but Ferdin takes on Avim in the meanwhile. That is, of course, the Pulse playing below. He's used up his C4, but he still managed to challenge vertical. I believe that was against the Buck. Daft is still alive above. Deathhammer is taking a lot of damage. If, of course, the cardiac sensor comes out right now from the Pulse, he could find him, but he's not going to. He's afraid of getting peeked, as the marks are going to come in towards the reception area, giving away the position of the Zofia. Deathhammer, he's taking out the default cam. Of course, he's going to be going for the bathroom push right now. He's going to see him. No, he's going to get taken out instead. Deathhammer is going to go down to Ferdin with a double kill from the Pulse, as it's all down to Daft. He's got the diffuser. He's the last man standing. Takes a bit of damage as he's trying to go out the main penthouse window. It's a 1v2 for him. In less than 5 seconds, he's got to go in, but the door's still closed. He's going to have to break that open. That's time wasted as the pre-fire comes in, and the Pulse will be the one to get that kill. No, that's actually Angel who got that kill, not the Pulse. But regardless, the kill has been secured by the defenders, and that is Deimos Force taking round 1. It was a little bit of a scramble with a bit of stagnation towards the middle, but even at the end of it, it was Deimos Force's round. With that being said, 1-0 is the scoreline. The first round has just happened. Round 2 is in play.
Well, what a way to kick out the first match on map Coastline. Deimos Force winning it out thanks to Notorious 9 with the Vigil plays. Not only trading it out with Rattler, but also getting those 2 important kills, which eventually lead them win the site on first floor kitchen. On second round, we're going to be seeing Deimos Force defending on the second floor hookah, in which on the mean maps on Coastline, many teams would actually prefer to use, I would say, play the second floor hookah on the first match itself. But since Deimos Force took a little bit of a change in the pace where they try to defend on first floor kitchen, they're going to be defending on hookah lounge on the second round itself. And if you see the rosters, I wouldn't say the operators on the side of defense, you have Snow with the smoke. He can be able to use his canisters to deny the push coming in on the side of the attackers. As well, we have the Legion with the Legion Goo Mines. He can be able to not only gain the intel, but also deny the sprinting ability for a brief amount. I wouldn't say a brief amount of time, but unless and until if the attacker operators presses F to take out the Legion Goo Mine. So we have Ferdin Jazz, who's placing as the Mozzie. He can be able to, use the drones to his advantage, or I would say an anti-denial operator, which kind of works as the mute. But oh, look at that. Notorious 9 with the run out on the side of, I believe, the Hall of Fame balcony, as he tries to take out one of the operators on Kira Esports, as Avim is out. The Buck, the soft breacher, in which he would have been actually kind of useful if he was on the side of Sunrise Bar, but he won't be there because he's already gone thanks to that spawn kill coming on the side of Notorious. But still, he needs to be careful of that Amar, who's currently on the Sunrise Bar. He actually tries to decide to make a rotation to open up near the blue bar, but instead he won't be able to do it. Ferdin Jazz, on the other hand, he is tagged quite a lot, and he still needs to be careful because there is a Rattler who's playing oh so close on the service elevator, and just like that, Death Armor finding a weakness on towards Deimos Force as he takes out Tsushima God, a very important operator indeed, because not only the operator is gone, but the C4 is also out as well. Ferdin Jazz finding the weakness as he takes out a Rattler while he was trying to push in from the service entrance, but he still needs to be careful because there is Death Armor as he takes out Angel. IQ trying to take out the Mozzie, and he will definitely succeed. Kajit taking out Ferdin Jazz, and Amar on a roll. 3 kills on his name as he takes out Notorious 9, and now it's all down to Snow with his Toxic Babe canisters and an FMG9 submachine gun, and also the the SMG-11 secondary weapon to clutch it out on a 1v3 situation. He's currently playing on the billiards room. He still needs to be careful because he knows for the fact that they are going to be planting on the side of hookah room, and also he is spotted thanks to the attacker's drones. One of the smoke canisters is going to be used as a lot of Legion goo mines has been stepped from the attackers. Daft going in for the plant, but he doesn't see the smoke pushing in as he takes out the Daft with the SMG, but he still needs to find the exact location of where Zofia is. Zofia with the push in, and IQ will be there to get the final kill as Kira Esports will win round 2 on second floor hookah.
What a way to finish out for the side of Kira Esports. Well done right there. The Zofia bringing in the heat. 3 kills to the man as Deathamer lit things up and brought it alive for the side of Kira Esports. They're not going to allow Deimos Force's fearsome defending and attacking strategies get the better of them. And that is exactly the message that they were portraying right there. Excuse me for just that second. There we go. As... of course, 1-1 early game is not really indicative of a whole lot. You know, a 1-1 scoreline can go many directions from here. It could go to overtime. It could be a 7-1 washout. That is, of course, the exciting aspect of competitive Rainbow, as who will be the one to take the match and the map. And seeing as this is a fight for staying in Division 1, it's going to be very interesting to see which team walks out of this match just that little bit more secure in this division going into Season 5. Second floor hookah is going to be the side of choice once again, as we will, of course, be heading into round 3. I keep saying that, but yeah, that is, of course, the round in play. As Snow, once again, with the FMG. Curious choice right here. Of course, he has the SMG as well. But bringing in the FMG is definitely very curious from the man, seeing as it's one of those guns, you know, it's decent, but it's not, you know, absolutely fantastic like the SMG, or like, even though it allows Snow to play at longer ranges, the man isn't exactly better off for it. Notorious, in the meanwhile, he's going to be going for a run out towards the pool area, but he's not going to see anybody. He's got to fall back, and he does just in time. He's got to save his skin, though, because he's still, his position is relatively known, and he's going to be playing the first floor area from the looks of things, as of him is going to be pushing in towards Sunrise. The Buck won't be going down early, at least not this round, as there's a surface entrance push coming in from the Ash. Kishima goes for going to find Kazu, then meanwhile the Jaeger's going to see him. Is he going to get the Ash? Not quite, as Notorious is going to get Deathamer in the meanwhile, shutting down 2 very big operators that did the IQ and the Zofia, as the Jaeger's been spotted playing surface entrance. Rattler has that drone there. He's going to go for a pre-fire, but will he find him is the question. Yes, he will. The pre-fire connects onto the head of Angel, and the Jaeger wasn't able to do any damage onto Rattler whatsoever. That's unfortunate. But it's, of course, it was an Ash versus Jaeger. Either one could have walked out of this, as right now, it's gonna be a 4 versus 3. Even with Deathamer and Kaja, though, the board, they still have Daft, Avim, and Rattler, 3 very dangerous players on their team, as the site hold is going to be very important from the side of Deimos Force. They've got 4 operators concentrated in site itself, as... Yep, you can just see the Mozzie holding on. Second floor hallway. Goo mines are going to come out from the Legion, as of course that is pretty much his job. And the man has got to be very careful right now. Ferdine, he knows that there could be someone pushing up the blue stairs. And the bandit, of course, has him covered. That's Kishima Goat right there. And Notorious could come in for a peek as well if they so required. But there is the Buck playing vertical. They've got to be careful of that specific operator. And Avim's going to be using the Skeleton Key to maximum effect, to try and give the side of the attack that little bit of an advantage. Daft is going to be joining Avim towards the side of Aquarium. Looks like it will be, in fact, be an Aquarium push coming in from them, but Rattler's here with the Ash on the Ruins big window of Billiards. This is a big angle that he's holding right now, seeing as, of course, he could be running on from inside of Hookah itself, the Hookah door, but the flashbangs are going to come in. He's going to try and disorient the side of the defense right now. A runout could potentially come in from the operator holding in Hookah, while Daft has already made his way inside. Notorious is going to find Rattler. That was the repeller, and the C4 comes in. Is he going to find him? No, it's not. The diffuser will not be dropped, but he's going to be going for a wide peek, and there's a Vim. Oh no, Daft found Kishima, but was found by a Vim, as a Vim will go down to Snow. The FMG gets the kill, and a very unfortunate team kill from the Buck is going to give the side of Deimos Force round 3. Oh no! The soft breacher onto soft breacher right there. Completely unfortunate for the side of Kira Esports, but whatever happened has happened. Round 4 is in play. 2-1 is the scoreline. Deimos Force are going to go back to kitchen and service entrance.
Oh my goodness, that was really unfortunate. Avim taking out his own teammate, where Daft was eventually trying to bait the C4 out, but in the end, Deimos Force claims the win on the side of second floor hookah, as we are going to be proceeding round 4, as Deimos Force is going to be defending on the first floor kitchen. And I definitely have to say, Notorious 9 going for a run out 3 times in a row, in which he actually did succeed on the second round, trying to take out Avim with the buck, in which it was kind of surprising to see, because he was making a run out from, I believe it was the balcony of the VIP room, I believe. And with that, at round 3, he decides to go for a run out from kitchen. It did not work out, but in the end, Deimos Force gaining the lead. We are going to be proceeding to round 4. Tsukushima Goat will be playing the Mozzie this time, and I believe there's going to be a mute Mozzie combo to deny the intel, and also we have the Pulse to gain the intel as well. Thanks to his cardiac sensor, he can be able to scan the heartbeats of the attackers from around, I believe, from 10 meters distance. But we still have the proper counter on the side of attacks, where Kajit is playing as the IQ. Not only he can be able to detect the Pulse's cardiac sensor, but also he can be able to detect Vigil's ERC scanner, I believe. I believe that's the name of the ability of Vigil, the ERC scanner. I mean, the ERC scanner actually, I believe it's also the Lion's ability, but yeah, I mean, yeah, let's just move on with it. Round 4, as Notorious 9 actually tries to, hold the angle from the Sunrise Bar, as he hears one of them arriving from the kitchen. But this time he'll just be hard struck anchoring on the side of Sunrise Bar. Oh, never mind. He's just going back and forth, just to, find that right timing to eventually get that kill off. But Snow also come in to join in the party, as he is at the Sunrise Bar. It's kind of surprising how they made a reinforcement and also a rotation hole being made from the blue room, which in fact gives a lot of movement, as we are going to be seeing a C4 being thrown on the side of Tsukushima Goat. But the only problem is they don't have the exact intel on where these locations are on the side of VIP Lounge. The C4 is going to get detonated, but unfortunately, never mind. Tsukushima Goat will actually succeed with that pre-placed C4 as he takes out Daft. But Tsukushima is very low on HP, and he needs to be careful here. Meanwhile, we are seeing Snow trying to push in on the stairs, on the white stairs, as he takes out the Claymore. Is going to be a matter of time where he pushes in at the right moment to take out one of the attackers. And on the other hand, we're going to be seeing Ferdinand Jazz with the UMP kill, taking out Avim. That's both I would say the soft breachers down on the side of Kira Esports. Kajit still really needs to be careful, as Death Armor tries to get the kill, and he will succeed. He's going to take out Ferdinand Jazz. The Pulse is gone, but the diffuser is in the hands of Snow as he takes out Rattler. Oh no, this is not going good on the side of Kira Esports. The diffuser gone, and with that, Deimos Force has the upper hand here. Kajit tries to gain the diffuser as he pushes from the luggage room, but there is still a lot of players with the Vigil, and Snow with the shotgun kill as he takes out, and Death Hammer is the only operator where he tries to withstand, but in the end, Tsukushima Goat will try to end the suffering. Deimos Force winning round 4 on first floor kitchen in a style, as we will be proceeding to round 5.
Round 5 is going to be in play, and oh boy, Deimos Force are slowly but surely finding their feet after the absolute thrashing they received earlier today against Union Gaming. Right now, of course, they're up against Kira Esports, a different beast altogether, but they have won 2 rounds back-to-back. First floor blue and Sunrise Bar is going to be in play, as Kira Esports, they are not in the worst situation in the world. Coastline is, again, we sometimes say it's an attacker-sided map, but then when we say that, it becomes a defender-sided map because of Caster's Curse. Same with the Clubhouse. We often tout it as a defender-sided map, as it is, really. But then attackers start winning back-to-back rounds, and we're just left thinking, like, well, then why?
Yeah, how about next time we'll just say it's an attacker defender sided map. That actually works out, right?
I don't think that kind of reverse psychology applies here, Baba. But A for the effort. But I don't think that's gonna work quite right here. With that being said, round 5 is going to be in play. 3-1 is the scoreline. Deimos Force in a healthy lead, not an absolutely humongous lead. 2 rounds, it can be made up very easily within rounds 5 and 6 by Kira Esports. But are they going to be able to do that is the real question. Angel wants to go for a run out towards Ruins. Will he be able to? Is he going to see them? The Ruins camera has been taken out. He's going to go for it regardless. But the attacker on Ruins has gone for the underpass instead of the standard route towards office doors. Kishima got in the meanwhile on the main door of reception. Is he aware of the fact that there's somebody playing to the right behind the APC? Oh, he goes for a run out, but just about comes back in. And that's very ballsy here from Deimos Force. Very aggressive against Kira, but they're getting away with it. That's what really counts right now. Ferdine, he's got the heartbeat scanner out. He's holding down on the kitchen area. Notorious, we saw him go for that pre-fire, but the man is safe and sound as Snow is going to be putting down some last-minute mute jammers. And the site itself, of course, is Blue and Sunrise Bar. And of course, Kira Esports are going to be well aware of that, but Ferdinand actually has been downed. I believe that was the wall bang for all the way from the main door from Zofia, but he was unaware of the fact that there was, in fact, a wall bang that downed the Pulse Ferdinand. As the Ash is going to come in, is he going to find any of them? No, he's not. Shots are going to be traded in as Angel's going to find Deathhammer in the meanwhile. That's a huge kill right there. The Zofia goes down, but the Mute has been downed as well. He's going to be confirmed onto by Rattler as Ferdinand barely manages to make his way back into sight. Angel gets another one onto Rattler. The refrag is in. The Ash is down, and the Bandit playing towards reception has just turned things around for the side of Deimos Force. He's been spotted, mind you, playing around that reception area from the drones of Kira Esports, but the Pulse in the meanwhile playing by the couches of Sunrise Bar has also been seen. Marks are going to come out to where these these defenders are sitting. It's a 4 versus 3 once again, but of him, Daft and Kajit could make this happen. But his drones being taken out, meaning that he knows that there's somebody playing around courtyard, but that's not quite accurate. That's the Bandit who is playing around reception, who is still there for that matter. Avim's gonna open up the door, but no, the Bandit's here and unawares to Avim. He's gonna be taken off the board. Unfortunately, the buck has gone down. It's all down to Daft and Kajit in a 2 versus 4 against a very aggressive Deimos Force today. Kajit playing the Gridlock and the F90. Of course, he still has 2 whole track stingers to go as Daft is trying to push in towards Sunrise Bar itself. He's going to be going up against a Jaeger any second now, just on the other side of the hard wall to his right. But there's the Pulse as well. The C4's in. It's going to do a lot of damage to him as the Gridlock's going to come in for support. But Ferdinand's going to find Daft regardless. It's all down to Kajit in a 1 versus 4. He's going to find even one of them. The Jaeger surviving somehow as so many whiff shots. The Jaeger's going to come in, but he's going to get taken out for his trouble. Kajit's found 1. He needs to find 3 more. Takes a lot of shots from the UMP, and a run out is probably imminent from the side of Deimos Force. There's the Legion on the peak. He's going to get taken off the board as well. There's less than 10 seconds remaining, and he tries to go for the vault in, but there is, of course, Angel, the Bandit, to finish things off, and, of course, blow up a C4 in celebration of the round ending. Oh, now that's just disrespectful. I'm not even sure if that 360 was intentional, but if it was, that is mega disrespect right there from the man. As round 6 is in play, the last round before roll swap, it's a 4-1, a very healthy lead for the side of Deimos Force.
Well, Jack, we still need to remember that if Kira Esports loses against Deimos Force, they have a higher chances of getting relegated. But also, the same thing goes to Deimos Force as well. If they lose against Kira Esports, to be quite frank with you, it's just a battle of who's going to survive on Division 1 and also who's going to be relegated to Division 2. And I would definitely say, according to the scores that has been going on, Kira Esports has the higher possibility of being relegated to Division 2, and I would hate to see, especially as a fan of Kira Esports, to be seeing that. I know in previous matches I used to say Vector Sports used to be my biggest fans, but there are some players I actually like the most. From Vector Sports I like players like Skipper, Cyan, and on the side of Kira Esports I'm a big fan of Rattler and Abim, who always rattles out my expectations. You see what I did there? But anyways, I'll just continue as I'm going to reduce my jokes as best as I can, as we are going to be proceeding to round 6. as Deimos Force is going to be defending on second floor hookah. A great amount of aggression working out in the favor of Deimos Force as they eventually picks out Avim on the early rounds of the round 2. But it's quite surprising to see Snow still using the FMG. I mean, for the rotation holes, yes, you have the impact nades. You can be able to use those impact nades to make a rotation. But, you know, with the FMG still gaining the favor as he gets great amount of frags, you're going to be seeing Zofia using her KSU Lifeline Impact to make a line of sight from the main entrance through to the kitchen. Drone works coming in on the side of attackers, and we are going to be seeing Vigil playing on the side of Penthouse, and I believe he's trying to be prepping for a run out. If there is a person from the service entrance, he will be caught off guard. Angel playing on the side of Office, and I believe that is Notorious playing from the Billiards. He's going to be throwing one of his Legion goo mines to basically he'll just farm all of the Legion goo mines to basically prep a trap for the attackers, especially when they try to execute on the site. And we're going to be seeing Rattler playing as the Ash, pushing in from the Office, unaware of Fardeen Jazz playing at the side of the Cool Vibes Stairs, claims the life of Rattler. We're seeing Gridlock pushing in, but ooh, look at that. A heavy aggression coming in on the side of Angel, but Khajiit with the LMG, with the ACOG site, he's going to be able to take out the Jaeger playing from the Office and gains the control, but decides to just fall back. And Snow with the FMG, my goodness, he's going to take out Daft here. Meanwhile, we are seeing Buck playing from the Sunrise Bar, opening up the angles from the hookah lounge, but still Smoke with the FMG is dealing a lot of damage to the Buck, and he eventually goes down and out for the count. Snow with the SMG to claim the kill of them, and also Tsukushima got, oh look at that, what an aggression coming in from Deimos Force, as Fardeen Jazz gets the final kill on Commando 9 as they will win round 6 on second floor hookah. And my god, Deimos Force is on form today, ladies and gents, and they are not stopping an inch, and they are not giving up to be relegated on Division 2.
Absolutely well said right there, Baba. Deimos Force is on form for this match, and Coastliners, of course, it has the status as being Deimos Force's map. We've seen them come here time and time again, and we've seen them completely dominate on this map because, of course, Coastline just happens to be one of those maps where utility isn't as important as most other maps in the game. In Coastline, you can sit back, you can relax, you can gather intel and frag out of your minds, and Deimos Force is taking full advantage of that, and they will be continuing to take full advantage of that with the use of the Lions. Tsukushima Goat, we saw him bring out Lion a couple of times in the previous game that they had today, but you know, it wasn't exactly the best showing of his skills with the CBR and Operator. But right now against Deimos Force, against Kira Esports, excuse me, it could very well be we get to see why he is such a fearsome, not just a fearsome operator, but a fearsome player with no regards to whatever operator he picks up. Again, I say that with just a little bit of a grain of salt. You know, there's pretty much a lot of players out there who have that one operator they're not quite great with. Deathamar preparing the run out onto Penthouse. In the meanwhile, the Penthouse double, the big one, excuse me, as some bullet hole peaks are going to be set up by Khajiit on the wall, the unreinforced section of the triple reinforcement wall of Hookah itself. Angel with the Ash is going to be looking to get some early frags, as he knows that, or for a fact, that the office hatch has been opened on the drone that he has saved on offices. In the meanwhile, the Lion's going to be in play from Senpai. He's going to be looking to use that to perfection as Angel repelling the hookah window. He's got to be careful right now. This north window, of course, is a two-way street, but Deathamar's going to go down to Notorious as Zofia gets one, and that's a big one. The Jaeger goes down early as E1Ds are going to come out. No defender's going to be spotted, but it's shut down defender mobility for the while as the Maestro wanted to go for a pre-fire, but he didn't find the head of the Lion. Neither did the Lion find him. But still, shots are being fired. Rattler's taking so much damage, and so is Fardeen. But Fardeen's going to go down to Rattler, and Rattler gets refragged onto by the Iana. That is Snow. Very nice and quickly from the side of Deimos Force. They're supporting each other, and they're making sure they get the frags in when necessary. But even if it's a 4 versus 3, they have to be careful because there's 3 armors, 2 anchors, 2 tanks for the side of Kira Esports inside itself. Excuse me. Kajit and Daft, of course, are the ones I'm talking about, along with Avim with the smoke canisters on the man as the line. I believe he's got one more E1D scan. Snow's playing from below in the meanwhile as Angel is looking to push up, but Daft is going to find the line. In the meanwhile, the grenades are coming in towards the pink couch's area, but it's not going to be finding anybody as those grenades are just going to go to waste. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. The man count equalized and the line is down. It's a round 7 situation with a minute and 10 remaining for the side of Deimos first to get into sight. Notorious is going to bring out his utility, of course. He's going to be making some rotations, taking out some utility while Snow is still below. Angel's holding down the rotation angle. He hears somebody prone right there as Snow's trying to make some vertical plays with whatever he can on his gun. He doesn't have a shotgun, of course, and that Claymore, you can see Daft looking at it through the drone hole of VIP Lounge. A good crossfire being set up by the side of Kira Esports as they are holding down all the possible angles. Flashbangs are going to come in from below as Daft has got to be very careful of that exact Claymore. He's not going to try to shoot it. He knows that there's somebody pushing from below. That is, of course, Angel. The man on the Ash is going to fall back. He knows that there's a Maestro there, but no, reloads at the wrong time, leaving his team at a disadvantage. As the Maestro, he's trying to do some damage right now, but he won't be. Notorious, he's pushing in. Does he know where these 2 defenders are playing? Daft is going to go down to Snow. In the meanwhile, it's a 2 versus 2. Will that be a 1v2? The Dog's taking some shots. There's less than 12 seconds remaining. The push has to come in, and it will. The smoke will not go down, however, as Snow will go down inside as well. Kira Esports with the patience, holding down inside the site, not going for any unnecessary peaks, as the side of Kira will in fact take round 7, their second round on board, the first post-roll stop on defense, as they've somewhat reduced this deficit. It's not a 5-1, it's a 5-2 in favor of Deimos Force, a very healthy 3-round lead as we're going to be heading into first floor blue and Sunrise Bar.
Well, on a map like Coastline, there isn't a necessarily useful if you have a hard breacher in it, unless and until if the defenders try to play on a site like Penthouse. But most of the sites on map Coastline doesn't require a thermite or a hibana. I mean, there might be one particular site, especially on kitchen, if you want to make a heavy entrance from the kitchen itself, where you can either, I mean, a thermite isn't that necessary. A hibana could be useful as well. But as I was trying to say about a particular thing about hard breaches, it's definitely not necessary on a map like Coastline. And with the Deimos Force using that to their advantage as they take their operators in a very aggressive playstyle. It actually did work on the side of defense, but it did not work on the side of attack. Well, Kira Esports defended oh so damn well as they, thanks to Daft with the LMG plays. And with that, we're going to be seeing round 8 as they're going to be defending on the first floor blue bar. Snow, still she's going to be playing with the Iana, and I believe she's going to be using the Nomad's gun, not the GT3C in which the Ash is using, because you know, like, it's up to the people preference. They get to use whichever they would like. Mozzie playing on the side of, I believe, the hallway. Maybe he can be able to make a bullet hole which can be able to aim from the penthouse wall through to the... it's not a penthouse wall, never mind. He's not going to make I would say a bullet hole from the hallway instead, but he would try to open up half of the walls near the penthouse window, just to, you know, he's just prepping out for a run out, just to make sure if there is a person from the service entrance, he can just literally cough out, he can literally catch off guard. But still, he needs to be, as he rotates back from the main entrance, we'll be seeing Vamai playing on the side of Blue Bar. And I believe the attackers from Kira Esports, they are pushing from the side of service entrance as well as on the side of kitchen here, as we see one of the operators on the attack side coming in from the service elevators as Daft gets their first frag, taking out Angel. Look at that, a lot of gunfire being used on both of them, but look at that, a lot of manpower is being decreased on both of the teams, as Avim, Kajit are the only two operators left, and they are holding on the side. One of them is holding on the cool vibe stairs, as Snow has the diffuser at hand. Fardeen Jazz doesn't have the control of doesn't have the control of the drones, as Snow still has both of her drones. She can be able to immediately drone it out, find at least to find one or two exact locations of where the attacker's location is, but instead she would just prefer to use to try to win on gunfire instead. Avim patiently waiting as Kajit with the AUG, hopefully waiting, but ooh, the pre-fire coming in on the side of 14 Jazz, and another pre-fire again from Avim, returning the statement back as he takes out 14 Jazz, and with that, Snow would be the only operator remaining. He still has both of her nades. She's going to be using one of her nades, but still needs to be careful of the ADSs, as Smoke will also do the same by throwing one of the smoke gas canisters, but what is that? The SMG kills coming in on the side of Avim as he takes out Snow out from surprise from Blue Room. Man, oh man, Kira Esports is on a roll as they will win round 8 on first floor Blue Bar. Jesus Christ, what was that shot?
Absolutely well done. It wasn't just the shot, mind you. It was the rotation under cover of the smoke, catching the Iana off guard. Snow, unfortunately, not able to predict exactly where the smoke will be sitting, and of him taking full advantage of that with two very, very good pre-fires. With that being said, Kira Esports have won 2 rounds back-to-back, as it is going to be a site hold on second floor penthouse on the map of Coastline. It's been a hot minute since we've seen this site played, as the Goya will be 6 picked in from the Mozzie from the side of Kira, as they're looking to give themselves that extra bit of security in staying inside Division 1 going into the final season. But the Rook is in play as well, as is the Dog. A very heavy emphasis on anchoring on this maybe. Then again, it could be a maybe that there's what is supposed to be a heavy emphasis on anchoring, but we could just see a roaming Doc Rook combo. I'm definitely down for that. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the roaming Doc, one of my specialties right there. As I'm just very fond of the whole meme of the roaming Doc and Rook. But you know, to complete that that meme, you want the P90 with the suppressor red dot. We're not going to see that from either of these players. Of course, they want to take this as they want to take their gunfights with as much advantage as they can. The ruin spawn be coming in from Rattler. He's not going to see anybody, of course, as some final reconstruction is going to happen on towards the site, and just around it, some final barbed wires coming in, as of course there will be a little bit of emphasis towards the Hookah Cool Vibes area. Flashbangs are coming in already from the big penthouse window, of course, and they're not going to be finding anything, just burning out the ADS, doing what the flashbangs are supposed to do in this situation. Meanwhile, some shots are being fired from the ruins, from that ruins elevated area, as you can see it's fairly spread out from the side of Kira Esports right now. They want their defenders to be all over the map, to be able to take gunfights solo, and they've got some support, but those supports are just a wee bit far off. Seeing as where they're playing the Doc and the Jaeger, of course, Daft and Rattler, not the Doc, the Rook, that is, playing around the Hookah Billiards area. They've got lines of sight, they've got a rotate, and they've got the communication between themselves on a 100 and above, as they will need to have that to make this play happen. Daft holding down the second floor hallway along with the Rook, but the Rook's getting lit up right now. That is Kishima Goat on the Hall of Fame area, the red hallway, that is. As Ferdinand is going to find Death Armor in the meanwhile. That is your Doc off the board. That's huge right there. A huge tank has been taken off the board. The Buck playing vertical has been heard out. Rattler, he's pushing up. Will he be spotted by the Buck? No, the Buck's going to go down. That's unfortunate, but the reflex in from the Ash instantly. And that is Angel taking down Rattler. The 2 French boys are down, and Daft is coming in to try and find where the Ash is playing. But oh, the 1-tap from Avim! What was that? He just found Kashima Goat and deleted him off the map. The IQ goes down, and Avim continues his reign of terror from the last round with the SMG-11. The man has been fantastic. There's another one in the Hall of Fame area. Will he find another 1-tap is the real question right now. Oh boy, that was spicy. That was very spicy indeed. Equalizing the man count with that is just fantastic. As no wanted to go for the plant right there, but he will take it out with a Vim. Beautifully played right there. The SMG smoke combo. As Kajit's gonna find it down and a confirm. It's all done to Ferdinand. He's found one, but he's got to find one more, two more for that matter. It's a 2v1 down from the 3v1 that he was in just a second ago. He doesn't have ammo on his primary. Not that it looks like he's got his SMG out and is going for the VIP window peak. He could find Daft right now if he goes for this, and he will. Is he going to see the Jaeger? Yes, he is. The headshot's confirmed. It's a triple kill for him. He's got to go up against Kajit, though, who's got a good angle. The Vector's going to see him. Is it going to confirm? Not quite. Both operators are low, but there's no time. He's got to go for this Ferdinand, but he will still find the Goyo! The clutch is in from Ferdinand as he finds the kill and the 1v3 as this match, oh, what a shot indeed! Ladies and gentlemen, oh, this is all the hype in the world as we are going to see match point from Deimos 4. 6-3 is the scoreline. Excuse my screaming, but I've got to keep up with this as it is 6-3 on round 10. Round 9 goes to DF.
Wow, what was that round? Even though a Vim one tapping with the SMG 11, it didn't work out because Deimos Force is on match point and all they need is to just win one round to immediately secure their spot on Division 1. And my god, oh my goodness, I am all out of words here. Both of these teams giving it all they've got to try to survive on Division 1, and looks like Kira Esports is just teeny tiny bit, I wouldn't say teeny tiny, they're just 1 point away of being relegated here, Jack. And this is going to be a major upset, especially for the fans of Kira Esports, to see them relegated from Division 1 to Division 2, because my god, Ferdinand Jazz with the clutch. Oh man, this would immediately Kira Esports on a tight spot. And currently with that, they have to win 3 defense rounds in a row to put this back to overtime. Will Avim may be able to make some plays with the SMG 11, or will Ferdinand Jazz makes the clutch yet again as he did on the previous round? This is it, ladies and gents. A match point for Deimos Force, and it is, the pressure is all on. The pressure is on Kira Esports and for Deimos Force both as well. We're seeing Angel, sorry, my apologies, it's Angel using one of his breaching charges to open up the hatches of the penthouse as he will immediately drone, finding that there is any operators being present on the side of defense, but still needs to be careful this because there's Vigil playing on the side of the Sunrise Bar, and we see Daft playing on the side of the hallway. With the help of his evil eye cams, he can be able not only be able to get some inters, but also he can be able to irritate quite a lot. One of the concussive nades used on the side of Zofia, as no push will immediately coming on the side of defense as Vigil tries to go for a peek from the Sunrise Bar window, hopefully to see if there is an attacker pushing in or repelling from the billiards window, but unfortunately he won't be able to get any kills, so instead he's just going to wait it out. Twitch drone spotting the exact location on where Maestro is, as one of the frag grenades is being used on the side of, I believe that is Ferdinand Jazz. Ferdinand Jazz has the diffuser, so he needs to play this one out pretty well, because I believe this is going to be a hookah site, and IQ is trying to take out the Vigil, who's currently being playing on the side of wide stairs, but Avim, he does it again with the SMG kills as he takes us out. Snow with the headshot. What is going on? Rattler, on the other hand, will immediately take out Notorious 9. And man, oh man, Kira Esports is on form here, gents. Avim is not giving it up just like that. Angel playing on the side of VIP Lounge, sees the shot, eventually takes out Rattler. But will he be able to take out 2 of these operators playing on the side of Billiards Room? Only time will tell here. 1 minute left on the side of Deimos Force. Push coming in on the side of Angel. Doesn't see any operators left and he goes down. Avim yet again with the SMG 11 as he takes out Angel. One of the smoke babe canisters used on the side of the defenders as Daft takes out Squishy. My god, now it's all down to Ferdinand Jazz yet again, and he needs to clutch this one out on a 1v3 situation yet again. Ferdinand Jazz takes out Daft. He still has the diffuser in hand. He's playing on hookah side. He still needs to be careful on the guy on Billiards Room as well as on the white stairs. Just a little bit of patience, but time is running out for Fadin Jazz. He needs to make a move to win at least 1 point to win against Kira Esports, and they are not giving it that easily here. A Vim, oh so damn strong with the SMG 11 plays here. A lot of time being wasted on Fatin Jazz as he whips out his SMG 12. Tags out from none other than Jaeger. Jaeger takes out Death Amar. He won't be able to take the other two operators out, but just like that, Sledge goes down thanks to Kajit as Kira Esports is not giving up as they will win round 10 on second floor hookah. Man, oh man, Avim is on a roll with those SMG 11.
It's not just a Vim, at least not for this round. It's also the rest of Kira Esports. They're coming together while the side of Deimos Force are unfortunately having a little bit of a breakdown as we look at the scoreboard for Dean and Snow with 14 and 10 kills respectively. While, of course, Notorious Angel and Tsushima, they're doing their part, bringing in the support, the intel, everything that they can. While, of course, the scoreline, the kills on the scoreline is a little bit more evenly distributed for the side of Kira Esports. You can see a 9, 7, 7, and 7 for Kajit, Deathamer, Rattler, and a Vim. Of course, Daft bringing in the support with mostly a Maestro or some sort of support operator. 5 and 10 to him as well. Round 11 is in play. It's a 6-4 scoreline. And ladies and gentlemen, it really wasn't expected to come this close after the 5-1 domination that Deimos Force began in the first half of this game. They still could end this match right here, right now, if they just win one round. One round, that's it. That's all they need, and they will have finished it completely. But if Kira Esports are allowed to, they will take these rounds and they will go to overtime. But that is only what Kira Esports need to do right now, which is to push for overtime if they want to give themselves that added security of staying in Division 1. Both these teams looking to stay in Division 1. They have today, this match, and tomorrow to make that happen. And look at the amount of ADSs being put down to hold down the Sunrise Bar entryway from Deathamer. The man's going to be holding that down. Probably not him. Maybe a Wamai is going to be sitting there, or maybe even a Vim with the smoke, who has been absolutely fantastic these last few rounds, mind you, as the final rotates are being made. And in the meanwhile, Kishima Goat's actually playing the Thatcher. Interesting right there from the man bringing in the SAS operator who denies all defender gadgets and then some. But will he be able to make the difference that is required right here? Excuse me. As of him, he's going to be pushing up. He sees the open door and he pulls back just in time. But he's got to be careful. He hears these ADSs coming off and the EMP will come in to take out all of them. No, actually the EMP was fine, but Angel's going to be finding Rattler's head. In the meanwhile, the flashbangs are in. Avim's going to be flashed and the grenade's in. Is he aware of this? He's managed to pull back just in time and very well too. He's still a little confused, but the flashbang effects will be wearing off as Rattler, Angel is going to be making his way through. Deathamer actually goes down outside. Where did that come out of? I'm not entirely certain where the Jaeger's playing, but if Vim's fans Kishima got in the meanwhile, the SMG-11 comes out again. Angel, he's got to make a difference right now. He's got his thing out. Oh, dear me, he's got his gadget out. He finally gets the down, and the kill will be confirmed. That's a Vim once again with a team kill onto Kajit. Very, very exciting first half as a Vim's going to go down in the meanwhile, but Daft is going to find for Dean. It's effectively a 2 versus 2, but the revive might come in onto a Vim any second now. But will it? The diffuser has been dropped outside of the kitchen. That means Deimos Force need to go frag heavy, and they won't be able to, at least not the Ash, as Angel goes down. It's a 1v3 for Snow. The smoke hasn't been revived, and Daft is very low on HP himself, which means it's a 1v2, effectively speaking. Snow is, of course, the Iana, Infinite Jones, and a chance to bamboozle the enemy teammates. The smoke, unfortunately, is left to bleed out, and he'll be confirmed onto by Snow right there, vaulting in through the pool entrance window. But no! The Jaeger survives the shot and will take down the Iana right there, as Deathamer is going to give his team one more round. And one more round remains, ladies and gentlemen. Round 11 goes to Kira Esports on first floor blue and Sunrise Bar. And now this match has just hit round 12, the round of ones, the round where if the side of Deimos Force win, they will finally put a stop to Kira Esports' comeback. But if Kira Esports win, they will have gone to overtime. Second floor Penthouse and Theater is going to be the site of choice, and this round will pretty much it's more than just the standard round of ones, mind you. It's also defining which of these teams has the greater chance of staying in Division 1 for Season 5. A very high stakes round, a very high stakes game. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because 6-5 is the scoreline, and we are on round 12.
Round 12 and Kira Esports 5-6. They only need 1 point to put this map on overtime, and there is a higher possibility to do this. First floor kitchen is going to be the side, I believe, or is it penthouse? I believe it is penthouse. I just accidentally wrote of the first floor kitchen. Never mind. I just have to take out the kitchen and just write penthouse instead. You know, I mean, the match that I've been seeing right now right now is absolutely astounding. It's so damn great. A Vim with the SMG plays, and especially the whole team of Kira playing oh so damn well on to defense, as Deimos force have exactly no idea on how to counter it. And this time we have Rattler playing as the Rook, in which it has, you know, the armor plates is quite important, because, you know, each and every time when Rook opens it up, he always says time for some serious protection. He always says that because there is a higher chance where the defenders might get downed, in which you have the dog to instantly revive them and give them a second chance. And that Rook armor place might come into handy for Kira Esports, especially on match point of round 12. Deployable shields being used and a lot of line of sights being used on the side of Kira Esports. One from Hookah Lounge and also one from the VIP Lounge as well. And with that, the pressure is on yet again. Match point for Deimos Force and overtime possibility for Kira Esports. Smoke, Goyo and the Doc, all three of them playing on the side of Penthouse, as we see one of the reinforcements not being used on the side of Billiards Room. This would give Deimos Force an opportunity to hold an angle and to take out one of the operators by surprise. But sad to say, the site is not on Hookah, but it is on Penthouse. No, using one of his breaching charges to make a rotation from bathroom to the hallways of Hall of Fame, as he's going to be droning it out yet again to see exactly where the locations of the current operators are. One frag grenade being thrown and denied from the Jaeger's ADS, as Snow is still droning it out. He eventually gets taken out from the defenders of the Kira Esports. Tsukushima Goat still holding an angle as Death Hammer with the first frag, taking out to Snow. Quite an important operator indeed, but still it is on point. In a game of Siege, anything can happen here, and this is it, ladies and gents. A lot of fire being happening on the side of Tsukushima Goat, and he'll eventually take the head of Rattler, as Tsukushima Goat has to fall back, eventually rotate back out, because he has done his part. Angel using his breach charge to not only take out the operators, but he tries to eventually, you know, make the operators go as far as possible, as Buck using his skeleton key to open up the floors of the theater room to eventually take out the operators on surprise. And Fardeen Jazz with the kill. Tsukushima God also does the same. Avim and Daft is out for the count. Even Doc is also down. Look at that, gents. Deimos 4 just ignited the flames, as they will immediately shut down the epic comeback that Kira Esports have done. And man, oh man, is it going to be the biggest upset that Kira Esports is going to be. And Deimos 4 is winning 7-5 on map Coastline. Wow.
Wow, indeed, Babagusa. Well said right there. Deimos Force finally putting an end to what could have been an absolutely amazing comeback from the side of Kira Esports. Unfortunately for all of our viewers at home, Kira will not be, in fact, going to overtime. It is a 7-5 victory for Deimos Force on the map of Coastline to finish things off for the night. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a very exciting finish for day 5 of Division 1 in Season 4, and we will be back tomorrow with the games of the final day of the season itself and the final day of Division 1 in Season 4. It should be a very exciting Sunday coming up ahead, folks, as we will be back with that tomorrow. Stay tuned, and good night.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.